Let's bring Chuck back. For reaction, you hear the rhetoric we are hearing from the governor, not a surprise. Tonight's going to be filled with people drawing that contrast on immigration, on the economy. They're going to be talking about inflation. That's what they see as one of their biggest cudgels in this election.
Well, look, I mean, you know, in that sense, where I agree with the governor is that they're talking about issues that do unify the broadest cross-section of Republicans you can find. He's not highlighting the massive divide there is on Ukraine. And it's a huge divide on Ukraine. Right. He's going out of his way not to do those things. He's not advertising the tariffs. I mean, you know, I sort of joke, you know, if these tariffs go into place, Donald Trump's going to turn the dollar store into the $10 store because that's where all these tariffs were. And it isn't going to be China paying. It is going to be people that go to the dollar store paying these tariffs. But they're also not talking about that because, you know, that is something that still makes half this party uncomfortable. It was remarkable to me to see Chip Roy comment, okay, the pandering was nice last night. I hope we can get to some small government conservatism for the rest of this convention. I'm misquoting, sort of paraphrasing him. If you're trying to say I'm misquoting him, but essentially that was the spirit with that. And that to me is what's so remarkable is, and that's what's going on here. The party, I mean, the fact of the matter is this party is more unified, this convention, since 2004. That was the 9/11 convention. That was the 9/11 re-election for George W. Bush. That was the last time the Republican Party was in this lockstep with each other. And look, nobody, Sununu included, you, me, none of us thought Donald Trump would unify this party like that.
Sure.
In some ways, he's purged the party of any critics, and that helps create unity if you get rid of people that don't agree with you.
Well, within that space, what are you expecting to hear from Nikki Haley? And will her message, I mean, we're anticipating she's going to talk about being a Trump convert, similar to some of we heard last night. But will that help to win over
I'm curious if she's running for president in 2028.
And if we hear any sign of that, if any little
that's exactly
nugget of that.
Right.
Yes.
If she's basically finding a way to agree with Donald Trump without sort of talking about her own brand. I mean, this is somebody that wanted both candidates to take cognitive tests. This is somebody who thought anybody over the age of 75 maybe ought to be aged out of the federal government, right? So this is somebody who I think believes she has a lot more expertise on the world stage and better judgment than Donald Trump does on the world stage, or she said that during the primary. So that's what I'm looking for. Is she at all got a nod to 28, or is she somebody looking for a job in the Trump administration?
Boy, that would be something if she went back to the Trump administration.
She went to him once.
Served as his former UN ambassador.
Remember, she endorsed Rubio.
Yes, right.
You know, but I've always said the reason she got that job is because Donald Trump wanted to do a favor to the lieutenant governor in South Carolina and make him governor. And so she benefited from the fact that Henry McMaster had earned a chit with Donald Trump.
So bottom line, you don't anticipate this speech to necessarily be one that reaches out to her voters and brings them into the Trump tent.
Look, I think she will go out of her way to sound like Chris Sununu did. More agreeable to Trumpism than he did 6 months ago when he was helping to run against Trumpism. He was more aggressive against Trumpism. Look, he made the turn. Look, if you believe that Donald Trump is the future of the Republican Party and you've decided to stay a Republican, you're falling in line. And you can see the lawmakers that have made that decision.
Yeah.
That is what it is.
All right. Chuck Todd, thank you.
You got
it. Perspective, as always, in setting us up for another very momentous evening here.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.